Hello FHS, I'm Danielle Hilliard, and I'm going to be giving you my best study tips for our upcoming finals. And as a senior, I'd like to think I'm pretty qualified for this. I've done it a time or two. So when you learn a new concept, the memory of that temporarily goes into your hippocampus, which is better known as your short-term memory. The more you learn, you activate that part of your brain, and it helps stabilize that memory. Over time, it will gradually go into your neocortex, which is better known as your long-term memory. Each time you think back on the memory of the concept that you have learned, the knowledge can be strengthened and you can better retrieve that information and understand it better. So tip number 1, use flashcards and quizzes to study instead of just reading it. You would think that if you're reading it and highlighting it, it's right there in front of you. And yes, that does help, but when you use flashcards, it helps you retrace that knowledge and helps you think back into your memory on what the answers are. If you can't remember everything, that is okay. Making mistakes actually helps improve the way you learn, and you can help make connections to help you retrieve that memory better. Number 2, when using flashcards, mix them with other subjects. So if you have English, history, and let's say biology, mix those 3 flashcards of subjects together. It helps you strengthen your ability to think back on each specific topic, and if possible, it could help you make connections to each specific answer. Tip number 3, space out your studying. Spacing this out allows your brain to rest and retain the information that you have learned. Do not cram the night before. You would think that because you're doing it the night before, it would be fresh in your memory and it would stick, but that is not true. Because if you're cramming the night before, it's staying in your short-term memory, and you want it to go into your long-term memory so you can think back on it and actually remember this information. So that's why you need to attempt it out into at least a couple weeks in advance, so you have that information in your long term, so you can easily think back and get those answers. Alright, I'm Danielle Hilliard. That was my best study tips. And remember, our exams are December 18th, 19th, and 20th. So you've got less than a month. Get to studying, people.